Yo guys, what's going on? It's Duel Unlocked here, and today I'm going to be doing a meta report on the first day of the new ban list, seeing what decks have been performing really well, what decks have not been doing too well. So first off, we'll take a look at the TPC analysis and balance impact, and then we'll take a look at all the tournaments for day one, which we have 4 tournaments to go through. So let's see, Abyss Dweller, since most decks in the format have some reliance on graveyard effects, it's not really fair for decks that have unrestricted access to Abyss Dweller and simply shut down the opponent. So yeah, that's just that. Awado has opened a lot of decks to be good in the game, and now inboards don't need back row to check a monster that stops them from activating non-spirit effects. Now, okay, so yeah, that Schism, unnecessary nerf for Shadol. It's already had 4 matchup against Blue Eyes and Shino Bird. However, since we're potentially looking at a new format, it's first presented nerf to Shadol from boxing any new decks from contention. Having to choose between Schism and Rush will torpedo Shadol's performance going first and second, and I don't think it'll be good enough in any deck in the upcoming formats. Schism was always an insurmountable card to beat for a ton of decks, so it's great having its limit 1, which means Shadol pilots will have to choose between Schism and Rush. This is the first time we see Reveal Floodgates getting attention on the ban list, however, since they missed some Respect Play and Thousand Eyes Jellyfish. I've never even seen this card. Played in Sharks. Konami has been stricter with Floodgate skills, but since they forgot about Respect Play, which works the same way as the Eye of Truth, but even better, Floodgate reliant decks like Sky Strikers should keep performing the same as they have before, and Respect Play is potentially usable in any deck with strong draw power, like Shino Bird's Hero. Yep. Let's take a look at the current tier list. Konami has taken its Golden Boy Blue Eyes, has taken action against its Golden Boy Blue Eyes. It will now be prevented from running multiple copies of Majesty, the White Dragon, and Ravenous Croc. The deck, however, should still be fine, while they haven't done anything about its skill. Mono Wado has been banned, which is one of Shino Bird's most powerful tools. However, I don't think it will stop Shino Bird from being one of the most powerful decks in the format. Additionally, since Shino Bird has no limit 1s, they're still free to run Abyss Dweller. One could even imagine that Shino Bird might be the winners of the ban list, and it might still be one of the strongest decks post-ban list. By limiting Luster Dragon, a normal monster, Konami has shown what lengths will go to forego meaningfully changing a skill. I would imagine this Rebecca deck will lose a lot of top-end potential since you no longer freely can make the Erratic Dragon at level 6. Personally unsure if this will be truly enough to fend off Rebecca's forceful occupation of the tier list, since Graceful Charity and double emergency teleport should never be underestimated. But I would imagine the deck will not be nearly as unstoppable post nerf. I do agree with that as well. The primary tier 3 decks, removal of Mind on Air from Dark Magician. That's a primary nerf, since these decks are otherwise unnerfed despite Mind on Air. Despite Mind on Air being Dark Magician's scalpel against the meta, we will have to wait and see how any decks not immediately under Spotlight will worm their way into this new upcoming metagame. Let's see what the comments say. I'm not sure if a format where Chimera, Valence, Dinos, and other FTK board decks get to gamble freely on winning the coin flip is better than a format where Mono kept them in check, but maybe the next box will drop some more decks that can discourage going second. A list with some welcome changes, potentially resulting in a coin flip wombo combo format, is a bit unfortunate to say the least. Still might be worth the sacrifice for future formats without the SERP. Okay. If you can dump enough cards in the graveyard, you can draw unlimited Reveal Floodgates with the Dark Magician's Girl skill. Anyway, it feels like they just covered up one hole and dug up another. Alright. And then there's Crimson's Post if you want to read it. So what about the tournaments that happened on day number 1? Well, first off, be the Sky Striker Cup, number 67. 36 players. What decks did well in this? You can see here is the breakdown here. Decent amount Shino, decent amount Blue Eyes, Chimera as well. First place, we have Shino Bird by Gov. Shino Bird's still doing really, really well, from what I've seen. The second place was a pretty big surprise in a Red-Eyed Zombie deck getting second. Is this just a one-of thing? It could be, but that is very surprising. If Red-Eyed Zombie's good, that would be kind of interesting. Third place, you have Shino's again, so that's already another Shino Bird, by the way. And then fourth place, we have Blue Eyes, so interesting first tournament that happened. We'll take a look at the second tournament, which is going to be the Starry Cup here. And in the Starry Cup, what we had is, for first place was Chimera. in the Starry Cup, so Chimera doing really well. I think Chimera definitely should be tiered, probably at least tier 2, maybe even tier 1 potentially, because it's a crazy deck when it wins coin flips and auto wins. Another surprising deck here that we got is going to be Sword Soul gets second place. So that's pretty nice. Third place is Blue Eyes, and fourth place, I believe, is Blue Eyes as well. Yeah, I believe Blue Eyes as well got fourth place. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah. So that's 2 more Blue Eyes. Chimera, Sword Soul. Surprisingly, Shino didn't do too well in the Starry Cup. But you'll see Shino did insane in some other tournaments here as well. So we're going to take a look at the Wolf Series tournament, which first place was going to be Shino by Madra. You'll see Madra's list later. Madra actually won 2 tournaments yesterday with Shino Bird. So Shino Bird won 3 tournaments in day number 1. So it's safe to say Shino is still tier 1 in my opinion. It does not seem like it's going to be enough. But a surprising deck again is going to be Dinos getting second place. I do think Dinos is a tier 3 deck now. It did well in the KC and didn't get any hits, so I could expect this to be tier 3 as well. So, and then third and fourth was Ancient Gear. Here you see Ancient Gear got third. And the fourth, again, is Chimera in this. So that is another point for Chimera. Very surprising. Not surprising, but I think Chimera definitely is at least tier 2, potentially even tier 1. Shino should stay tier 1 according to like what's happening in day 1. Keep in mind, it is only 1 day, so things can change. But yeah, and then Blue Eyes is doing well as well. So Blue Eyes, Shino, and Chimera look like the decks to beat, with everything else working out that. So we're gonna take a look at Quantum. Quantum, first place, Shino Birds. Second place, Chimera again. Third place is going to be Rockets, actually. Rockets actually could make it to tier 3 now as well, now that Amano's got a thing, so I think that's definitely a deck to look out for. And then fourth was another Chimera, so from what day 1 results are telling us, we can take a look and see that Shino is insane still, Chimera is insane still, Blue Eyes still really good. Surprisingly, Blue Eyes didn't. The best Blue Eyes finish was third. It got a bunch of third, fourth, but it didn't actually even get into the finals in any tournament. But I expect that to potentially change. We'll see. And then surprising decks were definitely Dinos. Well, I mean, it wasn't too surprising, but getting second place in the tournament is really good. Red Eye Zombie getting second place was definitely the most surprising deck. And then Ancient Gear is doing okay now, potentially, in the top 4. Let me know what you guys think of the current meta, and I will catch you guys next time. We'll probably do another update, maybe at the end of the week, and see how the tournaments go by then. But I just figured we'll show how day 1 went. So remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and catch you next time. Peace.